Let me clear the dang phlegm out my throat. Sounds like I ain't ever swallowed before. Why? So I know I'm finna do greed. I know y'all finna complain. It is what it is, dog. I can't control it. The cheeks have me in I don't even know, in psychosis. I can't let them go. But who to be? Guys, by the way, do I have a yap for you today? I do, by the way. I do have the yap today. Oh, I do have an intro. That's right. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Nika. I play Isaac every single day. Sorry about yesterday. We're not counting yesterday. And if you're new here, welcome. I think I said that already. I don't know. If you're not new, welcome back. Hey guys, how have you been? I am in mental chaos any given day of the week. Box stuff. Today, guys, I have a pretty good yap for you guys today, and I am going to try to do all stats up is nuts to get right off the bat. I don't want to be Laz, to be honest with you. I'm going to try to thug it out and stay... You gotta go! Gums and all, you gotta fucking go. Cause what is that? Why am I even fighting these goofy ass spiders like they matter to me? We're off to a very weird start, I would say. Guys, do I have a yap for you? Because I have just been thinking about this. And like, I am just wondering if any of you guys have had the same experiences or what. But I want to talk about some of the most vile bullies I fucking dealt with growing up. If you don't know me, if you're new to the channel, if you have not heard me yap before about what was cartoonishly bad of a childhood, I didn't have a lot of luck growing up, okay? I was bullied to all hell and back. Physically, mentally, psychologically. Motherfuckers were ready to torture me at any given time, okay? I was the black kid. You don't really want to be the black kid in a school. I can promise you it will not end well. Now, maybe depending on where you are. You know, whatever, you ain't gotta be the token, you ain't gotta be the token. Now, there was a couple other black kids in my school, but they all had a thing. One was a cheerleader, and they were very mean to a lot of other black people, and they assimilated in that way. Like, I don't like you because they don't like us. I ain't fuck with them, and they didn't fuck with me, and we didn't talk. Because I'm not the kind of person to have, like, beef with somebody for real. Like, if you don't like me for things out of my control and things out of your control, that's for you and your therapist, but it's not for me. I didn't mean to do all that. There was I can't re-roll, and I really want a black person, Lamau. I really want a bomb. That sounds like a fetish. There was another one, but they had special needs. So, like, I don't know, my school was actually pretty decent with, not for me. I got called the R word left and right. But for the kids that were like, you know, I think for some people it was pretty obvious for me, and for some people they had, like, no idea. For the kids were like, we all kind of know that they are somewhere on a spectrum, or they have some sort of special needs, or they're in special education classes. We really were actually pretty decent at my school with not fucking with them. Like, people were not really, like, mega cruel to those people. I killed myself instantaneously. Because, ultimately, it really is outside of their control. And, like, if you were really making fun of those kids, you were kind of an asshole. Like, truth be told, we weren't really about that life in my school. Weirdly enough. I don't think that shit really makes sense for the way they treated other people, but whatever. Not that I'm saying they never got it, or that I never heard it, or that it wasn't behind their backs, but I'm talking about to their face. Behind their back, kids are ruthless. Motherfuckers didn't like each other. Like, kids were ruthless, but I'm talking about to your face. And then one of them could do parkour like nobody else. Like, truly, this person was flipping off of walls, running up them. Doing shit that, like, we couldn't have dreamed of. The athletes in my school could not have touched that person. So they weren't getting touched. And so I didn't have a thing. For all intents and purposes, I was just a nerdy, regular person. I was super kind to everybody, and I was very studious. And that just fucked me straight up. Like, I was left. And so I got bullied to hell and back. Because I pretty much took the bullying for all those other kids. Again, I'm not saying that all of them faced absolutely nothing. But what I'm saying is, from one of the mouths of their own, I didn't really face very much discrimination. is literally such a different experience than what I had. Also could help that we were opposite sexes. So I don't know if that made a difference. I think that does make a difference. But that person had like none of the experiences I had. Motherfuckers literally threatened to take my life in school, okay? I'm talking about I really went through some textbook Degrassi ass. I made this shit. I made this shit up for a play ass bullying. Like, it really was unfucking necessary. Some of the most vile bullies, like I'm talking about the motherfuckers that really wanted me dead. That's what I want to talk about today. Dad's Key is fine. I'm gonna take Devil Deal. I'm not gonna take Dad's Key because it doesn't have anything to do with greed, but I think it is a decent enough item. I'm just wanting to hold it because I can do whatever I want. I'm gonna start off from when I was little, and I'm gonna go through the ages while I talk through this video. This is a real yap ass video, but if you like Isaac and you like bitches that can talk, stick around, okay? So when I was really little and I moved to the town that I grew up in, I was the only black person in my classroom, and I did not see any other black people in my grade, and I don't think there were any. I think they all moved after I came, so I just happened to be the first. The other one moved like right after me, so it was really close, but that was it. And very first thing that happened was at recess, kids started kicking dirt and rocks at my face. So I would sit on the playground, motherfuckers would come up and just start kicking dirt in my face. Just straight off the bat. No introduction, nothing. I was not welcome. Nobody would play with me. I was like, oh shit. That's not how I thought this was finna go. Ooh, I was very, I know maybe I should not be shocked, but I was very shocked. Like, oh shit. These kids aren't playing. I had somebody who was supposed to be showing me around. They were just evil. I don't even know. Like, they grew up to be a much more well-rounded person for sure. But at the time, they fucking hated to see me. They didn't want to deal with me. They weren't trying to be nice to me. They weren't trying to hear me breathe, bitch. Them and their friends ended up taking me into a bathroom and pantsing me, leaving my brand new coat hostage. In order for me to get it back, I had to pants myself in front of them, which I never lived down, including to this day, never lived it down. That was a really bad experience because we were poor, okay? And me having, I think I want to keep this little guy, me having a brand new coat, one of the very first things my mother said to me was, and you better come home with it. I knew, okay? If you know, you know. That was the option. I was finna do anything to get that coat back. So I did what they told me to do. The rest of the year, like, motherfuckers threw rocks at me. People were not very nice. Like, at the end of the day, I was getting bullied to hell and back as a very little kid. I was like, oh my god, dude, this shit is not for me. I loved learning. I hated to learn in that environment. And my teacher didn't fuck with me either. Now, she retired right after we left, which becomes a trend in my childhood. But she was apparently sick of her job and sick of seeing a black person at the same time. It was just a bad mix in general. So nobody was on my side. That was first grade. Throughout the years, motherfuckers would mess with me. If they found out I was scared of something, kids would try to go out of their way to do it. If I was anxious or upset, kids would go out of their way to try to incite me. Now, I was definitely, I would say, closer to level 2 of needs than level 1. I'm not explaining that, okay? I just struggled really, really bad. There were some things that I could do. Socializing was very hard for me. I didn't do or say the right things all the time. I was literally spinning in circles. This was the year that my teacher figured out, like, might she be on the spectrum? That didn't end very well for her, but she did figure it out. But I was definitely bullied, and kids thought it was very funny that I was kind of an eccentric kid. I was really nice. Like, kids would bully me, and I would, like, go out of my way to help them, and I would always try to be everybody's friend, because I just didn't understand that's not what you do. I had no idea. So kids thought that shit was really funny. And these kids were going out of their way to sort of take advantage of the fact that, like, I really very clearly did not understand. But it all stayed the same. Like, you know, I think it was 2nd or 3rd grade where a group of girls started stealing my lunches. I'm talking like if I got up to get a napkin, if I got up to need anything, if I dropped a piece of food and had to pick it up, if I had to go to the bathroom, if I looked away for 2 seconds, and then after a while, just directly in my face, would take my food. And it would be anywhere from, you don't deserve it, you don't deserve it more than we do, you're fat, you don't need to eat, all kinds of stuff. Really helped fuel the eating disorder that was already growing within my silly little mind. And I was going home hungry every single day, and I didn't want to tell my mom. And finally I told my mom, and she was like, literally, she was like, why did you wait so long? Girl, anyways, she goes to the school, she tells my teacher is like, babes, why didn't you tell anybody? I gotta go back in time. I forgot one, but I will. These girls are crying. They write this sorry letter to me. They're like, oh my god, I didn't mean to upset you. They're in tears because they gotta write a letter. I think their parents had to know, or whatever. Or whatever, you know, a little light work. It didn't last very long. I'm pretty sure it largely stopped, but I think they really held a grudge against me for telling somebody after an entire school year that they were taking all of my food and I wasn't eating. And that sort of, I think that sort of solidified. I think that moment solidified me being uncool. God forbid I don't starve, bitch. God forbid I don't fucking starve. We're gonna take this, and I'm gonna take this too because I want to get rid of my health. Puberty's not great, just because I don't want any red hearts. I think I'm good to go. I think I'm done on this floor. So, let me go back in time. Because I reminded myself, there was a girl in my grade when I was really little who had cancer, and she bullied me because I never had cancer. Don't ask me, bitch. I don't know. And I don't know why I fell for that shit. I don't think I understood the magnitude of cancer. And listen, bless that little girl's soul, because I think her mother hyped her up to maybe a point of being a little bit detrimental, but she was going through something that is literally unfathomable. Okay, I hold nothing against her. Like, she fuck with me heavy, but so cancer fuck with her heavy. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that deep to me. It just is one of the most craziest bullies because she shoved me off a wall and I got hurt. And that was when I finally told somebody at the very end of the school year, like, oh, by the way, she's been bullying me the whole fucking time. She was really going at it. We were like single digits, so you really have to think too, who taught that person to be so fucking mean at such a young age? I really don't blame her. Like, at 5 years old, having gone through something so harrowing and probably feeling sick and being told that you are better for having it, and she would literally be like, my mommy told me this. It was just used against me. I just got unlucky. I don't blame her. I really don't. Like, she didn't know what she was doing or saying, and I bet you she grew up to be a lovely person. She probably regrets any of the moments she does remember of being kind of cruel, and I hope she's happy and doing well. And to be fair, as a disclaimer, I actually don't really wish ill on any of the people who bullied me, to be honest with you. I don't think I operate in that way. So, anyways, we're jumping forward. Did y'all have the motherfuckers in middle school who would ask you out to make fun of you? Because riddle me this. How are you making fun of me, but you're asking me out? It was like psychological warfare, bitch. And you had to, like, you had to try to figure out if they were being serious or not. For me, I always just assumed motherfuckers were playing with my face. So anytime anybody asked me out at all for anything, I said no. It did not matter who you were. It didn't matter if I liked you, which I probably didn't. But I was saying no. Like, at the end of the day, I don't need you. You don't need me. Take it up. Let it. Okay, I'm sorry. Not what we're doing right now. But that got me in a little bit of heat in middle school because apparently, listen, I don't know if this person was seriously fucking with me and they were like down for the fucking bit. Like, I have no idea. I have no idea if they were like really trying to fuck with me or what. But I don't remember how to use that fucking angel item, and I keep taking it because it's really good, and then I feel like I never use it because I don't know how to. Excuse me. Fuck you. Yes, I'm getting rid of my black hearts a little bit hastily because I'm just kind of impatient. I'm trying to get through it. Nothing to it but to do it. I can't even get this damn black heart. I hate this bitch. I really do. I really, really do. Never mind, I started flying. I don't really know why I started flying. I forget why. Do I have something that makes me fly? I don't even remember. But I had this one person who was really sweet to me. Now, I would either wear, like, my box braids, extensions, or whatever, or I would wear my natural hair, just depending on what was going on, what I was doing, what the timeline was looking like, when I was getting my hair done, or whatever. I didn't start getting my hair done until 6th or 7th grade, I think, and then I never stopped from there. But there's this one kid where anytime I wear my natural hair, they come up to me and say, you are so beautiful. Like, you look so beautiful. You're so, like, I literally love your hair. And I feel like, oh, thank you. It's really sweet. Like, did it make me feel feels? Of course. Because nobody else was saying that to me. Nobody else was being kind to me. But I thought that motherfucker was making fun of me. Especially because their friends were making fun of me. So I had no idea that they were making fun of me. I would feel a type of way, especially because oh, fuck, I didn't want that. They go out of their way to be so sweet and kind, but at the end of the day, I had no idea. Like, bitch, you're an outlier. Your friends don't even like me for real. They would compliment me on everything. They tried to work with me in my group. Like, they were really nice. And my other friend at the time, we're no longer friends now, but they kind of convinced me that, like, yeah, they're fucking with you. Now I know they had a little bit of ulterior motives, but I didn't know that at the time. I had ops, okay? I did nothing and I had ops. I was always perplexed by that shit. Like, I literally would go home and play video games and go to sleep, bitch. I had no tea. I wasn't going to, like, parties or anything. I wasn't a very social kid. Like, how do I have ops? Finally, they tell me that they like me. And I'm like, no, you don't. I shut that bitch down hard. I'm like, fuck you. Like, you're messing with me and I'm not dealing with this anymore. And I'm so sick of you and your friend. Like, I was so upset because I think partially because they were really nice to me and I thought it was coming to a head. And they, like, shut down. Like, they weren't like, oh, yeah, whatever, you're a loser. They were just like, oh. I was like, I said to my friend, damn, why do I feel kind of bad now? Like, oh shit, I feel kind of bad. Like, oh, was I too mean? And they were like, no, they're making fun of you. Like, you're not being too mean. And I really wasn't. Like, if they actually were making fun of me, I was kind of kind. Like, I'm saying it in a type of way now, but I wasn't saying it like that back then. I had no backbone. I was not that bitch. I was really not. They come up to me. Their friend comes up to me, who bullies the goddamn hell out of me, by the way. This guy's really mean. And so, like, this is a good lesson, right? Like, you are kind of who you surround yourself with to most people, right? Like, I'm not going to assume that you like me because, like, your friends fucking don't. And, like, really, truthfully, you're not really, like, putting them in their place. Sometimes they actually did. And I don't expect that of a kid. I really don't. But, like, I don't know. I'm trying to protect myself out in these streets. You know what I'm saying? Killed myself again. Damn. Damn. Not doing good, very doing well. Doing good, very good. Huh, dude? Their friend comes up to them like, what the hell is your problem? Like, you really hurt their feelings. Like, they actually liked you. You're such a jerk. And I was like, I literally at the time, I was like, oh, hey, it's this guy. I was like, dude, I'm gonna need you to be so fucking for real. Like, I need you to honestly critically think about this. Like, on average, okay, you and your entire group of friends are making fun of me to the point that I can't fucking breathe, dude. Why would I rationally think that has suddenly switched up and now y'all are like my biggest fan? Like, be so fucking for real. I was so mad because I was like, don't flip it. I should probably take these actually. I was like, don't flip it back on me. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm trying to be fucking for real. How did I kill myself again? I can see that I'm actually not getting through a run this video, clearly. So, at the end of the day, that person never bullied me. They were never mean to me. They never made fun of me. They would always just give me a look all the way through high school. All the way until we graduated. Middle school, high school. They were never mean to me. I have no idea if they were fucking with me or not. I gotta assume maybe they were and it was just a bit or something. But I'm not gonna lie, I feel kind of bad. Because had I known, like, if they were being real, had I known, I wouldn't have responded that way. As a matter of fact, I probably would have talked to them. But I just, like, again, I have no idea. And people were asking me out all the time. Kids were literally throwing butter knives and all kinds of plastic forks and knives and food at me at lunch. Kids were not leaving me alone. Like, when I was in high school, motherfuckers were sharpening their pencils and throwing the pointed side at me, hitting me with rulers, trying to trip me when I'm walking down the aisle. Like, kids were mean. This is the same friend group, too, all throughout high school. I had no idea. Like, I just would never have guessed. So, it was just, like, it's just not an option for me. Like, I'm so sorry, but that's just not an option for me. That was never a part of the blueprint. As I got older, it, like, chilled out and didn't. Like, this big bitch used to shove me into a locker. Not, like, literally inside, but just shove me into them as hard as possible. And I was like, dude, this was a boy who was, like, a fucking, like, 7 inches taller than me. Like, big guy. But then, that motherfucker, like, every school dance or something would come try to, like, grind on me and shit. I'm like, I need you to pick one. The whiplash was crazy. The bullies didn't know if they hated me or if they loved me. They had no idea what to do. I think it's because I could throw it back like a real one. I don't even actually know what I just picked up, to be honest with you. I got so many rumors spread about me throughout the years. I got so many lesbian. I got called a Tranny. So fucking much. So much. I got so much transphobic comments and hate, even though I am not trans. It was just something I dealt with. It made me, it has left me in a very confused place because, like, I am not trans, and I don't know what that feels like. at all. But I somehow have gotten a lot of trans hate. Like, it makes me feel very confused. And I am a big, big fucking supporter of the trans community. It is literally a non-fucking negotiable to me on something serious. Like, be ignorant about trans people in front of me. You will regret your life. I really do mean that with my whole soul. But it also is confusing because I'm like, damn, how do I process this without making it about me? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trans. It's not about me. This is not my platform. I let trans people speak. But I'm like, I need therapy for real. Because I'm like, how do I get through the way that made me feel, especially as a woman? And even though I have a little bit of gender queerness going on, like, at the end of the day, I'm okay with being a girl, you know what I mean? So, like, that is part of my identity at the very least, and a big part. I grew up, for better or for worse, as a girl. So, like, it's been hard to process. I'm like, okay, I want to, like, talk about this, but I also don't want to take away from the voices that need to be heard, you know what I mean? So, that hasn't been easy. I want this. And I could die for part 2 of Guppy. I think I'm gonna do that, because it'll just take me out. I got a lot of the F slur. Why? Is that even classically meant for women? Like, everything. Somebody called me a sand N-word. Why are we adding sand? I'm already the N-word. Like, by their accord, not mine. Why are you adding sand? That's a completely different set of people, and it's still fucking offensive. I was like, it literally, motherfuckers were getting creative with it. Like, whatever they could call me, they would call me. So name calling and stuff like that was neither here nor there. Like, there was a very good chance I was being called out my name on a regular basis. So, what the fuck is this? But that, like, wasn't really the worst of it, I feel like. I mean, the psychological torture was there. People were cruel to me in driving courses. They were cruel to me outside of the school. They were cruel to me on playgrounds, at school events, dances, football games. Like, I literally could not get away from somebody saying something or being racist as all fuck, making fun of my food. Bitch, I was eating chicken. Not in a, like, a fucking fancy way. Regular chicken. Couldn't eat that. Black people food. Mean about my music. Black people music. Oh, you were scary to me. You really scared me. Oh, you're actually really sweet. You're fat. My weight. Everything. By the way, was not a fat kid. Now that I look back, I actually was pretty thin. I don't know what the fuck. I was curvaceous as a kid because I went through puberty really young. I think that didn't help. I got made fun of for that. I used to get called torpedo boobs every day. Potato nose. Tomato nose. Your lips are too big. Your eyes are too small. You look like an alien. You look exotic. Sometimes the exotic thing was a compliment, but it felt racist. Why the fuck do I look exotic, bitch? Am I just black? The person who told me I look like Beyonce, I'm taking that as a personal offense. Not because Beyonce isn't gorgeous, but because I don't fucking look like Beyonce. If you don't look at me right now, look me in the eyes and tell me all black people look alike, I swear to God, Beyonce, bitch, out of anybody you could have picked, we look nothing alike. Like, at all. It just genuinely blew my goddamn mind. What the fuck is this? I'll just take that because the other one didn't really make as much sense to take. I think I'm gonna take the tears. I think I want the tears. I really had to think about that for a hot minute. Ultimately, at the end of the day, the worst bullies were obviously the one that threatened to kill me. The bullies that, like, kicked dirt in my face and threw rocks at me. The bullies that stole my food. The ones that pantsed me. The one that shoved me off a wall. The bullies that would assault me. Like, people also touched me often and just thought they could, like, touch me at any given time. The bus bullies were the worst. Like, one kid was threatening to, like, get my parents kicked out of our house if I didn't comply with what they said. And of course I didn't tell my parents because they were like, if you tell your parents, I'll make sure my parents kick you out. So I was like, damn, these rich ass kids and their parents who own shit. I was getting it left and right. It was really, really bad, genuinely. At the end of the day, I think that it shaped me ultimately, but I also think I would have been who I am now without being essentially tortured. I had no, like, kids would steal my pencils, my sharpeners, my erasers, would cheat off my tests, and then tell the teachers I cheated when they got all the same answers as me. Like, it was really just one of those things where it was like Degrassi, bitch. I was literally getting bullied like I was in a school show. Fuck, I fucking left the goddamn devil deal by accident. Oh, I hate myself so bad. I should get that chest, actually. And I think it shaped me only because I realized, like, people don't take bullying seriously, honestly. Like, I really wanted to unalive myself. And I tried twice. It didn't work. And that wasn't the only reason why, because sometimes the people who are meant to love you the most bully you the most too. So, like, it's not always just that, but being that, like, people don't really take it seriously, and I'm really a big component of, like, hey, but actually, though, like, this shit is very serious. And people really will, like, take their lives to try to get some fucking relief. Because, I mean, it got so bad that there were some classes I couldn't stay in. This is disgusting. Like, I literally had to leave the classroom and go to another room to try to get my education because I couldn't do my work, and it was so distracting to the teacher and everybody else that I had to leave. Not that the kids who were bullying me had to leave, but I had to leave. So I think now I can look back at these stories and sort of laugh. Like, ultimately, I'm almost 28 years old. Like, it's in the past. I got bullied in college, too. There was one kid that wouldn't stop kicking me and was really mean to me and would just say really shitty things. And one kid that kept calling me the N-word with the hard R. I had a couple kids, actually, who would not stop calling me the N-word with the hard R throughout my college years. Not even just in college, but, like, kids that would ask me if they could call me that as my nickname and shit. Like, I got weed smoke blown in my face. Like, all kinds of shit occurred in college, which is funny because it's supposed to end. It got way less, and I just cut that other kid off. I was like, bitch, fuck you, we're too old for this shit. But it started off that way, and I was like, damn, is this gonna continue for the rest of my life? But, and workplace bullying is something else. But that's, to me, a little more serious, because now you're messing with my ability to live. And I have had some pretty serious workplace events that have happened. So, and I was getting it from some of my friends, too. Like, they thought it was funny to send me pictures of the man that molested me. Just, like, jump scare, haha. It was crazy. Those are some of the worst ones, though. I think that's pretty much it. Wooden spoon is so good. Breakfast, I don't want that shit. I really don't want that at all. I gotta get rid of my health. I gotta actually, like, not skip the devil deal this time. Like, even if it's a shit item, I'm just gonna take it. So I hope you guys enjoyed that little yappy story time or whatever. I don't even know if that counts as a story time more than, like, just an amalgamation of some of the shit that has occurred to me, but if y'all went through bullying and stuff too, let me know. I'm leaving out a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff my friends did, a lot of the sexual assault issues and things like that, a lot of the essay issues and stuff like that. I'm leaving a lot of that out because I don't want to make the video too heavy or dark, and it's kind of supposed to be like a funny thing, and I'm kind of just telling shit that sort of makes me chuckle now. Like, I wasn't allowed to sit on the school bus in certain seats, kids wouldn't sit next to me, like, people didn't want to work with me for projects. I'd end up being alone a lot of the time, which good for me, bitch. Some of them motherfuckers were not reading at the level they're meant to be reading at. Some of them kids could not have been bothered to even try. Like, bitch, let me do the whole project, please. As a matter of fact, that's the one time you could take advantage of me. Please keep your grubby paws off this damn project, because if it comes out fucking stupid, I'm gonna be mad. So, that was the one time I was okay with that, but that was overall okay. Mom's lipstick is fine. I think ultimately, I don't know, I think bullying is a bigger issue than people think, especially when the internet came to be. I was getting messages. When I first got my phone, I got a couple death threats because I cut off a friendship with somebody. I got death threats regardless. Ask.fm. If y'all are old enough for Ask.fm, there was Yik Yak, there was Ask.fm, and there was Formspring. Formspring's like real old, like that's like my siblings' time, but I did have a Formspring. I had an Ask.fm was my time. Yik Yak was also my time, but at the end of it, you thought kids were going to make fun of me in person? Nah. Online, it was bad. Like, they were really going at it. People were telling me I couldn't be anywhere without the white man. I was like Robin Big, like all kinds of comments. It's getting the N-word with the hard R, like, it was really bad. One person was like, stop sending yourself these messages. Nobody else feels that way about you except for you. Like, we all know it's you. And I'm like, bitch, you think I'm sending myself the N-word? Just the erasure of what's occurring alone makes you a bully too, bitch. Like, people call me the N-word in school all the time. You think that's impossible for somebody to type it to me on a goddamn website? It was just all kinds of shit. Like, it was bad. It was really bad. My sister did a very decent job of trying to keep me relatively safe and, like, defending me, like, on Facebook or something. If somebody was acting a damn fool, she would do a pretty good job of protecting me. I had a couple people who were on my side. Some of my friends would try to like mitigate some of the bullying and stuff, and it wasn't really safe for me to be alone. So, I remember, I remember in driver's ed once, I was getting no. I wanted the fucking no. That shit sucked. I also need to relax, but that shit sucked. I was getting bullied to hell and back in one of my driver's ed courses, and I left to go to the bathroom, I think to like cry. And like, listen, at the time I had SH issues for sure. My shit was a cutting board, okay? For lack of a better word. But also, I was just sad. Like, I wasn't gonna go do anything. I was just sad. I think I cried in the bathroom. I think I just needed a break because the teacher was also making fun of me. Now, this guy had a goddamn, like, grudge against me. We did not get along in elementary school. He was a gym teacher. I'm giving a little more details because fuck this guy. He was a gym teacher. He was a creep, first of all. He was a gym teacher, and he was just like, we just like did not get along. And then all of a sudden I get him for fucking driver's ed, and I'm like, bitch, you're doing anything for a check, because what do these two things have to do with each other? I trust you 0% to be a good enough driver to fucking teach me how to do it. Like, you weird bitch. And he hated my ass. Like, I think it started in gym because I have a little bit of blue-green color issues, and I do mix up the colors depending on the shade really easily when other people think it's obvious. I don't know what that is, to be honest with you, because I am not colorblind. I don't fucking know, but I don't know why I made that noise, and I do regret it. What is this? That would kill me. I'm finna take a thing. Fucking bless you. All stats up is super good. I don't know what this does, so like I'm gonna just take this and keep it pushing. And he was bullying me too in class. He was really mean. He would not say anything to the kids who were being mean to me. My friends would literally be like, hey, that person's literally harassing her. And he'd be like, stop interrupting class. Sir, does a black child scare you? Now, don't get me twisted. I had teachers that said the most racist fucking things to me. Just out-of-pocket bullshit. You're so smart for a black person will always be the one that sticks with me the most. Because, excuse me. And I also had teachers that loved and adored me and were very protective and, like, whatever. And then I had some other experiences we won't get into. But, I went to the bathroom. All my friends panicked who were in my driver's course because we decided to take it together. Because I thought I was going to off myself in the bathroom. Babes, it's not that deep. First of all, any of the times I tried it certainly wasn't in school. Secondly, damn! I get bullied so bad my friends think I'm finna off myself is crazy. So they all went to go check on me, which I thought was really funny. And I was like, no, I'm okay. I'm just crying my eyes out. Yeah, things are bad, bro. Bullying is serious, though, genuinely. Like, I know I'm sort of telling a funny story and stuff like that, and it's just meant to be, like, funny and lighthearted. And it is. It is funny and lighthearted. Like, ultimately, I'm grown now. But I will also say that it is serious and doesn't go away. Like, just because you get older, like, don't expect people because they get older to, like, suddenly be okay with the shit that occurred to them. Like, that's not real either. It doesn't go away in 2 seconds. You're not, like, okay because you're older. It's not, like, because time passes that you don't think about it. Like, it's trauma. It's trauma regardless, and it is very hard trauma to get through as well. It's not, like, one of those things that's super easy to just figure out. It's one of those things that, like, really will haunt you. Should I take this or this? I'm finna take Abaddon, and I'm finna take... Oh, I didn't mean to take Eye of the Occult. Okay, I think I died. I don't know if it just couldn't do that animation when I was this big, but whatever. This is a really, really good run, by the way. Like, crazy good. But I'm gonna keep it 1 heart because I don't want to lose my damage up. So, this is gonna be a long as fuck video, truly. Because I do think I kind of want to get through this run, to be honest with you. And I've had a couple runs. PhD? Yeah. I get 1 more puberty and I get a damage up, but I also get a heart up. So, that would suck. But I could also just, like, I don't know. I can deal with it. I can figure it out. I could get rid of it some way, somehow. I could also just not take a 3rd puberty pill. It is truly up to me, actually, now that I'm saying this dumb shit out loud. And I don't have any more hearts, so let's, like, not lose this good of a run for some dumb shit, please. Let's not. Gonna try to go ahead and take care of business. Stand on business! 10 toes down. Anyways, this idea came to me, and I thought, I was so excited. I was like, this is going to be such a funny video. I think it is. I think it's a pretty funny video. I'm kind of excited to put it out. I think you guys will get a good laugh at, like, some of the shit that's happened in my life. It is just cartoonishly evil at times, and I think that's kind of funny. It's obviously not something I think is funny enough that I'd want to replicate it for anybody else or advocate that anybody else should feel the way I did, but I think it's just fucking funny that these people were really tweaking on me for no reason. Like, yo, chill. It's never been that deep. I need a blue heart, really. And I'm finna roll until I get one. What the hell is this? Like, what? Thank you. Ooh, and a 3-cent blue heart? Period! Alright, we're set on health for the fight, and my damage is 9.62, so I'm not even really worried about anything anymore, because we're set on damage. I am good to go! We will get the green cheeks. This is a crazy redemption arc. The amount of times that I died is a crazy redemption arc. We're doing it, okay? And I'm gonna keep my Mega Mush charge for the actual fight. I don't know if it works against him, but we're gonna try it. You want my Mega Mush back, though, please, and thank you. What is this? Slightly increases the items. I don't really need either of those now. All I have to say, though, guys, that one thing I deeply, deeply, deeply believe in is moving in kindness and with love. I really honestly don't think there's any reason at all to ever be, like, cruel to somebody. Like, no matter what you've gone through, at the end of the day, like, I've never been purposefully mean. I've never tried to get my comeback. I've never tried to get my one-up. Like, it's not worth it, right? Like, ultimately, when you're putting a bunch of just negativity out into the world, people are not going to want to be around you. And rightfully so. Like, nobody wants to be around somebody who's just going to bring every single human being they interact with down. But I will say that even though the odds have been largely against me, I have gotten pretty decently far in life and with some endeavors by being kind. And I don't think there's any sort of beat for that. So just be kind. Like, people might not always be kind to you, but you can always be kind to them. You know what I mean? And I love you guys so much. Like, I don't want you guys to feel alone. If you are getting bullied or somebody isn't treating you well, tell somebody. Tell your parents. Tell a parent, like another parent. Tell a teacher. Tell whoever. Let somebody know that, like, you're getting fucked with. And that it's not fair. And things will get better. And don't be the person fucking with somebody else. Even if you don't feel good about yourself or you feel like you have a lot going on. I never really understood that excuse, to be honest with you. But apparently it's a thing. So I'm going to take it at face value. You have a lot of value and you have a lot of worth, and you shouldn't let other people make you feel like you don't or feel stuck in being cruel or unkind because you feel like that's the option that you have. We're not always all able to fix the issues that we have, and a lot of us are in survival mode, so I am not saying it's a blanket statement. If it doesn't apply to you, then don't apply it. But at the end of the day, if it does apply to you, just know that you are worthwhile, and even if it doesn't, you're still worthwhile. Nobody should be telling you about yourself. Nobody should be treating you cruelly. You're allowed to experience life and have comfort and joy, and I don't want you to ever feel like you're not allowed to. So, I really don't want anybody to feel the way I did as a kid. It's funny now because I just have grown up and that's how I deal with things, a sense of humor, but it was definitely not funny when I was a kid. It was not. It was serious. So, be kind. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. And all shall be well. And I hope you guys found some entertainment out of some of these stories. I feel so far removed from them, and at the same time, I feel like those are the kind of things that, like, reset my nervous system, and it doesn't always end well for me. So, I love you all, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for thugging it out with me. This is a 41-minute video I gotta go through. Thank you for thugging it out with me. Thank you for being real. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for liking and subscribing, and I will see you tomorrow on the next video where we'll talk about something else. Oh no. I love you all. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.